Spotify, and Apple. And you can follow them on social media at Two Black Nerds on Twitter and Instagram. I will now turn it over to Desmond and Jordan to introduce our speaker.
Thank you so much, Brother Burrell, for that wonderful introduction. And also thank you to the Capital Alphas for inviting us today to be a part of the Alpha Speaker Series. And on behalf of the Two Black Nerds podcast, I can say that we're really excited to be here to help introduce Brother Roland S. Martin. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Over the course of a journalistic career that has seen him interview multiple U.S. presidents to the top athletes and entertainers in Hollywood, Roland S. Martin is a journalist who has always maintained a clear sense of his calling in this world. Martin is the host and managing editor of Roland Martin Unfiltered, the first daily online show in history focused on news and analysis of politics, entertainment, sports, and culture from an explicitly African-American perspective. From 2008 and until his final on-air sign-off, Martin was a senior analyst for the Tom Joyner Morning Show, where his twice-a-week segment is heard by millions of listeners on upwards of 100 stations. He is the author of 3 books, Listening to the Spirit Within, 50 Perspectives on Faith, Speak Brother, A Black Man's View of America, and the first, President Barack Obama's Road to the White House, as originally reported by Roland S. Martin. He has been named 4 times by Ebony Magazine as one of the 150 most influential African Americans in the United States. In his career, Martin has been showered with more than 30 awards for journalistic excellence, including being named the Journalist of the Year in 2013 by the National Association of Black Journalists, for his extensive focus on voter suppression and other issues of concern to African Americans during the 2012 election. Martin was also awarded the 2008 President's Award by the National Association of Black Journalists for his work in multiple media platforms. In 2008, he was also inducted into the Texas A&M University Journalism Hall of Honor. He is a 4-time NAACP Image Award winner, including being named Best Host twice out of the last 3 years.
Brother Martin spent 6 years as a contributor for CNN, appearing on numerous shows and earning accolades near and far for his no-holds honesty, conviction, and perspective on various issues. In 2009, CNN was awarded the Peabody Award for its outstanding 2008 election coverage, of which Martin was a member of the best political team on television. Martin spent 13 years at TV One, where he played an integral role in building the Black-owned network. He began in 2005 by doing commentaries, and in 2009 began a 4-year stint as host and managing editor of the Sunday morning show, Washington Watch. From 2013 to 2017, he was the host and managing editor of News One Now, the first daily morning show news show in history targeting African Americans. Brother Martin is a life member of the National Association of Black Journalists and a life member of Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. He is a 1987 graduate of Jack Yates High School Magnet School of Communications and a 1991 graduate of Texas A&M University, where he earned his Bachelor's of Science degree in journalism. He has been awarded honorary degrees from Florida Memorial University, University of Maryland University College, Lemoyne Owen College, Lane College, South Carolina State University, and Virginia University of Lynchburg. He is married to Reverend Jackie Hood Martin, author of Fulfilled, The Art and Joy of Balanced Living, and Wedded Bliss, a 52-week devotional to balanced living in the children's book series, Hannah's Heart. They currently reside in the Washington, D.C. area. Without further ado, Kansas State University, please give a warm welcome to Brother Roland Martin.
All right, glad to be with all of you. I hate the fact due to COVID, I can't be there in person. I would have preferred to be on campus, would have been my first visit to Kansas State. I'm familiar with it because we had a number of students from Kansas State who would often attend the Southwestern Black Student Leadership Conference at Texas A&M University, where my brother was the first co-chair of that. And so, and in fact, if I'm correct, y'all have an annual conference, Black Student Leadership Conference there, if I recall correctly. And so, again, I hate that I can't be there, but it is a matter of all of us being safe as we get through this whole new reality of living in a COVID world. It's always good to speak to the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha. This is my 32nd year. I guess 32nd year. Maybe it's even longer. Yeah. 32nd year. I played spring 1989, and it has been a great experience to be able to be in the brotherhood, not only of brothers across the country, but also across the world. And so I always say there's Alpha and there's everybody else. And so you couldn't get in. That really ain't my fault. That ain't my problem. You should have done better. But we do appreciate the other members of the Divine. I call them Alpha and the Divine Eight. I'm just joking with y'all. We do appreciate the other members. My wife is a Delta, and so we appreciate the AKs and the Kappas and Omegas and the Sigmas and the Zetas and Iotas and everybody, Sigma Gamma Rho, everybody. Hope I didn't miss anybody. But the bottom line is Alpha is first of all, service of all, we shall transcend all. And so it's good to be with you. I want to get right to this. And I was contemplating what I wanted to focus on. And what really jumped into my spirit was this, and that is, and I shall title this, those of you who are familiar with church, with Black churches, we always say, I shall tag this text. And so if I had to name this, I shall tag this text, be present or have presence. Be present or have presence. You know, when you return to this campus in 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, what will they say about you? I want you to think about that. Because I think a lot of times we don't think in terms of legacy. Sure, people who are 19, 20, 21 aren't thinking about the finite period of life. They aren't thinking about life being over. Folks are thinking about life just starting. I'm 52. And that concept is not new to me in terms of legacy, in terms of what people think and what people say. When I was deciding to attend Magnet School in Houston, I chose Jack Yates High School, Magnet School of Communications in Houston, Texas. And when I walked onto the campus, I literally said to myself that I am going to be the best student that has ever come through this school of communications. I didn't say I want to be the best while I'm here. I didn't want to say I want to be the best up in the past up until present day. I said I want to be the best that has ever come through this school. Meaning, I want to elevate myself in my career beyond even the folk coming behind me. Now, somebody may say, wow, man, my goodness, that's arrogant as all get out. I mean, that you actually would say that you would actually tell yourself that you want to be the best that's ever come through this school? Answer is yes. And you might say, okay, but I'm not understanding why. Because see, that was placing a burden on me, a level of expectancy, a challenge to say, I'm not going to compare myself to others. I'm going to challenge myself to be as absolutely great as I can be. that I want to be able to use every single talent and gift that God has placed in me, has bestowed upon me, and then to take the knowledge that I have and use it and take it as far as I can go. So I'm not actually measuring myself against a group of my peers. I'm literally measuring myself against myself as I am sitting here right now. Just so you can understand, you're seeing me on a 9-foot green screen that is behind me. And I've got 7 lights here. And I've got a Canon XA25 HD camera right here. And I've got an ATM Mini Pro switcher right here. I've got a MacBook Pro sitting in front of me, 3 iPads sitting over here, 2 iPhones, and a Google Pixel phone, and an iWatch. And I've got a live view unit called an LU800, which allows me to broadcast back to my studio for me to send and receive. I've got the unit over here. I've got a 30-inch monitor sitting over there. I got a computer sitting over there with 6 MyCloud PR4100 servers sitting over there. And I'm in complete control of all of this. I didn't need anybody to help me set it up. I was on a deposition. I was doing a deposition in a lawsuit. I was called to be an expert witness. This was 2 days ago. And we were sitting there on the call, and the lawyer who was, and he probably was 8 to 10 years older than me, and he was questioning me. And at some point, he was remarking about something that happened, and he said, it was something dealing with technical, and he said, we may need to call somebody. He said, well, Mr. Martin, hold on, please. And then he referenced the other attorney. He said, we may need to call somebody who is younger to come sort this out. I said, I'm sorry, so-and-so. I'm 52. I know how to use damn technology. So you might want to be speaking for yourself. Yeah, I actually said that. Why am I saying all of this to you? It's because I refuse to limit myself and refuse to allow others to limit me in terms of what I can do. And what I am describing for you is not what I did after college. This literally was how I was thinking when I was at Texas A&M. This literally was how I was thinking when I was at Jack Yates High School, Magnet School of Communications. My deal was, if I want to be the absolute best, then I need to put myself in a position to do so. And that might mean I did some things that others did not want me to do. That might mean I did not go to some parties. It means I didn't roll with the frat brothers to some places. It means that I put the time to do some other different things because I wanted to be the absolute best at what I did. And there were people who I was in college with who were like, man, dog, what you doing, bro? It ain't that serious. Yes, it is. It's because I did not want in my career to be someone who was simply present. I wanted to have presence. There are people who you know right now, who you knew in high school. Think about it. How many times y'all ran into somebody who said, hey, man, we went to high school together. And you like, I don't remember you. Happened to me one night. It was a club in Houston. His brother got really upset. I did not remember him from high school. And I was like, dude, what did you do? What do you mean? What did you do? Like, what did you do in high school? We had 4,000 plus students in my high school. What did you do? Bottom line, y'all, he was present. He had no presence. Now, someone may say, well, I mean, that's wrong of you. Y'all, I didn't remember him. I had no recollection of him. My only memory was I think we were in a PE class and that was it. Sorry. There are people who come up. Man, I remember you in college. You remember me? Nope. Same thing. What did you do? Man, we were there together. Okay, I'll take your word for it. But what did you do? There's present and there's presence. I had a preacher say once that he said the worst thing in the world is having to preach the funeral of an irrelevant Negro. He said, I got to stand up there and literally try to figure out what to say when the person really didn't do anything. And again, I know somebody is saying, damn, bro, that's cold. No, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you must be thinking right now about, do I want to go through life being present? Or do I want to have presence? Do I want people to say there was value to me being in the room? There was value that this brother or sister brought to my life. And this person is doing things and did things and is helping and nurturing and assisting and is moving our people forward. And that this person's voice matters and what they say matters and what they do matters and that they are creating something